what has sales got to do with it? Sales has everything to do with the mind. And like I said, we actually listed some of the mindset issues that
Before she goes on, I want to remind us that we consistently live in two nations. Do you know the second nation?
imagination.
They asked a lady about her boyfriend. She said her boyfriend is fine, it's just that he's in another nation. When they asked her, she said he is in her imagination. But remember, what is true in your imagination will become true in your reality. So please, understanding the place of the mind as it has to do with sales is key for us.
Very key. If you go to my bio on Instagram, let me call it around. If you go to my bio on Instagram, you will see that we have the sales, marketing, and mindset. Actually, the way it was arranged was actually mindset, sales, and marketing. Why? Because all sales starts from the mind. The truth is that if you can actually see yourself making that sales in your mind, making it in reality will just be too easy. It will be too easy. Harun, just go to this thing. So that's why we like to deal with it from the mind, because there's no amount of technical things I share with you. If you cannot accept it in your mind, you cannot display it. I've had to work with clients that we've been able to help them move from making single digits in millions to multiple digits. And you go and ask, the tools we used was first from the mind. It first stems from the mind. If your mind can see it, then you can achieve it. Your mind itself will begin to attract everything you need. You know, I've had people ask that, really, these people that are making money, is it true or is it a lie? I always laugh. I said, you are asking because your mind has not been able to capture it. The day your mind captures it, you will begin to make so much sales. You'll be wondering, really, where has all the sales been all this while? Guess what? They've been lying dormant, waiting for you to instruct them, waiting for you to put them in the right condition. So I won't be going through all those lists again because I actually went through them earlier. What I'll be doing is that we'll be talking to you, addressing all those limiting beliefs. A lot of you have sent some of your limiting beliefs, and some people have, I'm shy. Some of them are not even here. You know, some people just have this scarcity mindset. People believe that, oh, people can't buy my product, can't afford it. See, whether your product is 100 million, there are people on planet Earth that can. My voice is breaking.
Please, can you all hear me?
Hmm. My network. Who else can hear me?
Can you all hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. Am I loud and clear?
Because, okay, Mr. Abdullamid, I think that
Okay,
should be
thank you,
your
thank you.
network. Okay, so let's tackle this from the mind. So yeah,
Yeah, but Odoro and the best is but
let me.
how far?
Continue.
So here is it. Like I said, all sales start from the mind. How do you see sales? Do you see that Nigeria is tight? Hmm? Or do you see that there is abundance? I think some of us need to go and Google how many billionaires are in Nigeria. Lately, I've been rolling with billionaires, so I don't even see impossibilities in my mind at all. You need to start rolling with the things you want to become, the people you want to become, where you are going to. Some people have that. Some people have this scarcity mindset. They have this, can people afford my product? People around me can afford my product. Come on.
Belief
People
system.
around you don't need to afford your products. If they need to come from Iraq, they will. If they need to come from US, they will. Some of my programs are gotten from people that live outside of the country, Nigerians that live. Okay. Miriam said she can't hear something. She can't hear. Please let me
Continue,
attend
please.
it.
I'll finish.
So you need to attend. You need to dagger it. I have a client. The client, she sells snails. You know what? She said that. I love her story. You know what? When we spoke, she told me the number of people that buy her snails from abroad. The number of people that buy her snails from abroad. No, somebody will say, people, they can't buy my product. People around me, people around you don't need to be able to afford your product. You need to be able to connect with people that can afford your product. And should I tell you what? There are an abundance of people that can afford your product. There are an abundance of people that can afford your products. That you'll be wondering, where are all these people coming from? An abundance of people. You need to just open your mind and accept this reality. Whatever can be holding your mind. Is it confidence? Let me deal with confidence. See, let me tell you something. You are good the way you lack confidence. You are very good. But you know what? Even in that your lack of confidence, I want you to see selling as service to humanity. Recently in my research, I further saw that selling is actually giving. Do you know that your product, your services, your solution is the cure to somebody's cancer? If you see your solution as the cure to somebody's
Your
cancer,
product.
if you see your product as the cure to somebody's cancer, if you see your service as the cure to somebody's cancer, do you know how you will go out? You will forget the fact that you are shy. You will forget the fact that you lack confidence. And I'm going to tell you a short story. I love to tell the stories because it is really, really touchy. So when I used to be in Ijebu-Ode in Ogun State, I used to be in a church, about 400 members in that church. So this particular lady, her mother died. Her mother wasn't attending her church. It was her daughter that was attending her church. And we got to know that she just kept saying that her mother was ill. And we finally got to know that she died. And unfortunately, she died of cancer. There also in that same church, there was another person whose mother too was not attending the church. But the mother cures cancer using fruits. The mother will say, even if you are at the last stage where they are about to cut off your breast, can you please give me 2 weeks? Let me attend to this. When I do what I should do and still you don't get healed or you don't improve, then you can go ahead to cut off your breast. So can you imagine that in that same place of just 400 members, somebody died of cancer when there was another person right at the corner who had the solution? This is to tell you that because you have not seen selling as service to humanity, if you know that this your product that you are carrying, it's not that you are selling fruit juice, it's not that you are selling home items, it's not that you are selling organic cooking, it's not that you are selling land. What you are selling is the solution it provides. If you sell land, like someone here sells land, and you know that the solution, that thing you are providing, it is actually wealth retention. Because if you buy land, whatever amount you buy the land now, in the next 5 years, it would have increased. Therefore, you would have been able to retain your cash. If you know frontally that you are helping somebody retain their wealth, how will you go out and start proclaiming and telling people, say, I help people retain their wealth so that they can live their life normally? Nobody wants to receive in life. If you go around knowing that your product, see, some people, they cannot eat anything that is made with inorganic, they will die. If you know that this thing that I'm doing that is organic, people around me need it, is the solution to their problems. How will you carry this your market on your head and you start
Let's talk
shouting?
about organic a bit. How many men have, what do they call it? Erectile dysfunction that your smoothie can heal without side effects? How many people are managing health conditions eh, that your organic products can give a lease of life without having to ingest all those uncomfortable things and needles? When you begin to see your product in this light, you will lose shyness because you will see that you are going out to serve people, to preserve lives, to preserve wealth, to do things that will go into posterity. Is the reason why I do what I do shamelessly, because I know the lives that come in contact with I'm able to rub off on, their generations will be glad that they met me.
You know, some people have this, oh, I don't know how to follow people up because they will think I'm pestering them. I'm like, oh my God. You don't know, I know how to follow people up. Oh, you should ask Wybom here. And I'm sure you should ask Fenitola here. You know why I know how to follow people up? Because I understand the fact that once you know how to sell, your life will be better. Once you know how to sell, it doesn't matter what you're selling. Some people have, it's because what I'm selling is not popular. No, it's not because what they're selling is not popular. It's because you don't know how to sell. You don't know the exact things to tell people. That's why you can't go. That's why you're ashamed of following people. If you know what you are selling has huge benefit, you will follow people. You will follow them up till they say, I am doing. I've seen people say, thank you for following me up. Thank you, saying thank you. So please, whatever thing you have, I'm sure with this it would have been crushed. The next we want to deal with is the product and market.
Product and market, I'll do that very
Product and
quickly.
market
Product
knowledge.
is what you sell. The more you know and understand what you sell, and you know how that is going to help people get better in life, the easier it is for you to communicate it. Selling is two things. One, selling is influence. Therefore, selling is leadership. Two, selling is satisfying a need. Satisfying a need. The things that you sell are giving people satisfaction that their money cannot give them. So the more you know what you are selling in terms of how it is beneficial to your people, the better it is for you to present it. The knowledge of your market. The knowledge of your market helps you to know how much you can make out of your effort.
In fact, knowledge of a market helps your mind, a capacity, your mindset is expanded. So you know that on a somebody saying that in their industry they turn over 20 billion on a
Monthly.
monthly basis.
Let's go into it. Let me go to the one I like. Nigerians spend about 20 million naira on vegetables, abi? No, 20 billion naira on vegetables yearly. So, if your husband said to you that he wants to get into the business of vegetables and you know he is going into a 20 billion naira market, how would you support him? What is the mindset that you will use to approach the business? The more you understand your market, the knowledge of your market. I know that in my industry, in the first quarter of this year, we have done over 500 million naira in revenue in the first 3 months of this year. 500 million bucks in just Nigeria. That knowledge helps me understand there is so much for me to create or take out of that market. So the more you understand your product and you understand your market, the less your belief systems, your emotional imbalance will hold you back to meeting and fulfilling your dreams.
So another thing about market knowledge is that you will stop thinking like a one-man business. You will stop thinking mom and pop store. You will stop thinking me, just me. You will begin to think, for you to enter the mega realms, it means that you know that there is so much for me to carve from this market.
And you will not be
You will
running
not
alone.
feel like you've gotten to the peak of it and you are enjoying and so that is going to help you cut a good chunk of your market to yourself. It will help you rewire your thinking and you start thinking new ways. You start seeing possibilities of how to cut out from this chunk.
And make the best of it. So I'm sure that with this, we've been able to help you reset your focus and deal with some of that shyness and a bit of those things.
Then I also want to talk about something. This number 10. A lot of people are not making mega sales because they are too used. People hear people say, this is what I've been doing for
My people
years.
on WhatsApp that are used to me.
Please reach out. You know what?
Your money is in the hand of strangers.
The more strangers you can talk to, the more money you will make. Go, let people talk, let people go and knock. I tell people when I go out prospecting organically, you see people say all sort of things. It doesn't stop me, it doesn't affect me because I know what I am offering to the society. So I'm not taking, I don't feel like they now insulted me. No.
I also know that what I am going to get is not within what I had. What I want to have is outside of what I had, is outside of the people I know, is outside of what was comfortable for me in the past. My next level is not in my past level. Therefore, I take the pains to move my comfort zone into my discomfort zone because I want my comfort zone to be expanded. So please, let's all find it easy to begin to expand our comfort zone into our uncomfort zones.